this has been a big win for our security forces. At least 29 Maoists were killed in an encounter in Bastar. Among those who have been neutralized were top Maoist operatives Shankar Rao. Officials have also recovered a huge cache of automatic weapons from the Maoists. Now, there has been a major political debate, something that many would say could have been completely avoided. It has erupted with the opposition questioning the biggest Maoist operation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is extremely significant because we are talking about an area which was considered to be completely impenetrable, and the very fact that this was the key route for the Maoists. The security forces have been able to not only tackle the situation, but as the Home Minister says, it is just the tail of Naxalism that is left in Chhattisgarh, which is going to be wiped out in the years to come.
Right now, I'm just sitting in the vehicle that was carrying arms and ammunition recovered during that entire operation. So what has happened in the 5-hour entire operation, that what we have seen that 29 Naxalites were killed. They were neutralized by the BSF and the Chhattisgarh police, and here you can see all those arms and ammunition. So this is a gun that is that is kept over here. It's not just one gun or two guns. There are multiple guns that have been recovered, and apart from that, if you see, there have been other machines, and there are some cordless objects. There's a wireless phone as well over here.
On 16th of April, we had a specific input about presence of banned and illegal Maoist outfit in Chota Betia police station jurisdiction area. So there was a joint operation launched by DRG Kankar and BSF. During the search operation, around 14 hours, there was an exchange of fire, and the exchange of fire continued for almost 4 to 5 hours. At the end of the exchange of fire, we searched the area. We recovered more than 29 Maoist dead bodies. Out of the 29, 15 are female Maoist cadres, and most of them are uniform cadres.
Right now, we are just standing inside the mortuary center. Here you can see behind me the visual of those deep freezer where after post-mortem, the bodies have been kept. And here you can see all the 29 bodies post-mortem have been done. And one by one, they are being shifted from this very place to their loved ones. So after once the entire post-mortem will be completed, all 29 bodies of the Naxalites will be handed over to their loved ones.
बिल्कुल कह रहा हूं कि हर स्थिति में लोग मुख्यधारा से जुड़ें और ये खून खराबा बंद हो। बस्तर के गांव-गांव तक आज के समय की जो मौलिक सुविधाएं हैं वो पहुंचे। इसके लिए सरकार हमेशा तैयार है। मॉइस्ट के साथ भी हम बिल्कुल बात करने के लिए तैयार हैं।
मतलब ये तो मूर्खता की हद है। रिकॉर्ड निकाल ले, विधानसभा में कितने बार जवाब दिया गया। और बड़ी बात यह है कि रमन सिंह के 15 साल के कार्यकाल में लगातार ऐसा कोई सत्र नहीं जाता था जिसमें स्थगन और ध्यानाकर्षण नहीं लगता था। पहली बार पिछले 5 साल में नक्सली के बारे में एक भी न स्थगन लाए न ध्यानाकर्षण लाए लोग 5 साल में। इससे बड़ा प्रमाण क्या होगा?
तो मुझे लगता है इसकी बिल्कुल गहन जांच होनी चाहिए और उन सब लोग जो शहीद हुए, हमारे सुरक्षाकर्मी भी कुछ घायल हुए, उन सबको हमारी संवेदनाएं हैं और इसमें कोई राजनीति का सवाल ही नहीं है। नहीं, कोई घायल हुए हैं सुरक्षाकर्मी जो घायल हुए।
3 साल के अंदर, आने वाले 3 साल के अंदर, इसका मतलब मोदी 3 में देश नक्सलवाद से पूर्णतया मुक्त हो जाएगा। इसमें कोई संशय रखने की जरूरत नहीं।
3 साल।
Why is the opposition questioning one of the biggest achievements of our forces? Let's debate.
Well, the habitual offender from the Congress party, Supriya Shridet, basically says Shaheed. I'm not too sure who exactly is the Shaheed here. Ladies and gentlemen, at a time when the entire nation would be celebrating the fact that this has been one of the biggest operations. And let me just put this into perspective, because not many have really delved into the fact that why are we really calling it as a big win for the security forces? Ladies and gentlemen, it's about Abujhmad, which also happens to be considered at some point in time completely impenetrable, a stronghold of the Maoist, exit route of the Maoists. Joining us on this broadcast is Mr. P.K. Mishra. He's the former additional DG of the BSF, who's worked extensively on this entire issue. First, I want to come to you, Mr. Mishra, with regards to why this is being considered as one of the biggest and the most successful joint operation that has been carried out.
Yes, I can well tell you. First of all, I congratulate the BSF team and the DRG team of Chhattisgarh Police for the most successful anti-naxal operation in India so far. I have worked there for several years, and I have gone to these areas. I have gone to Abujhmad, I have gone to Kanker, I have seen these areas. It's so difficult to penetrate into these areas. But getting pinpoint information, that also wiping out two noted Naxal leaders, Shankar Rao and Lalita, and getting so many weapons, that's AKs and INSAS and pistols and grenades, IEDs, explosives, wireless sets. This never happened. 29 Naxalites being killed at one time in an operation. Credit goes to my troops. Credit goes to the troops of this DRG of Chhattisgarh Police. I salute them, salute the way the operation was conducted. It was on pinpoint operation, and they are the trained people, those who have gone to that area. They knew the terrain, and most of the weapons which were used by the troops, they were befitting to the terrain, and they really utilized it properly. And of course, in an operation, you will be getting the casualties. Two inspectors of BSF, they were wounded, and one Jawan of DRG, they were wounded. He was also wounded, and they were airlifted to Raipur Hospital, and they are quite okay. And killing 29 of Naxalites with a pinpoint information of anyway, who has given the information, that's a different issue altogether. But I really appreciate the way the operation was carried out, because the recce was made, the information was really briefed properly to the troops, and they went, and those people, they have gone inside for the operation. They knew the terrain, they knew the ground, and absolutely the tactical errors never happened in this operation. Credit goes to the planners. Credit goes to the commander.
But unfortunately, what really happens is that, Nikhil Jain, on a day when the entire nation should be coming together and not play petty politics, you would have one habitual offender, particularly from the Congress party, coming out and saying that Shaheed ho gaye, jaanch honi chahiye. Then you have a former chief minister saying that it's heights of foolishness. Can I just ask you this simple question? Who has been martyred here?
Shravan, let's give people the benefit of doubt that if Supriya Shinhet was not aware about the facts that there were no casualties. No. If there were no casualties, see, let's understand this one thing. They are not in government. If there was no casualties on the security forces end, and she had to make a slip of tongue, and later on she corrected it during the same press conference, I don't think we should beat her up about it.
And what about the
bigger question right now
of Chhattisgarh?
No. Shravan, the point is that the Naxal
just
problem
to remind
is something.
you, this was the same very Congress party in the state of Chhattisgarh where their entire leadership was completely wiped off. Just let me remind you, that was that image is something that no one will ever forget. Now that was the dreadedness of Maoist terrorism.
Yes, Maoist terrorism has been a problem
and
in this country for a very...
Mr. P. Chidambaram, who had said that, look here, these are some, NGOs. These are NGOs.
Can I
this was,
no,
I'll bring you in, Sanju, I'll bring you in. But, just for the benefit of my viewers also tonight, let me just tell you why this is, it's very unfortunate. And I would say this is unfortunate even for the entire national media not to perhaps put the focus on the spotlight on one of the biggest achievements that has taken place. And let me just put out some numbers for all our viewers who are tuning in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a point in time. 1 minute, hold on. Because you come from the Shaheed Martyr, party. On a day like this, you said slip of tongue, ho jata hai. Then I have nothing much to say. No, 1 second. You will get the chance. 1 minute, hold on.
You're not letting me respond.
1 minute.
Can I at least respond to the point that you're making?
You come from the time when during the UPA, just in terms of numbers, 312 incidents back in the year 2009 compared to 2018 when there have been 73 incidents.
These things are not absolute.
1 minute.
No, how many incidents in 2011 and how many incidents in 2018? The point is that civilian casualties as well as casualties of the security forces have been declining since 2011 except the spike in 2019.
Hold on, Nikhil. We are at the cusp of completely eliminating left-wing extremism. And
very well for the country, then where is the point to debate? Which party is going to go against that? Everybody wants extremists in this country to be eliminated.
This was the same very party that was pandering with the same very Maoist.
No, absolutely not. Shaman, that's a very unfair charge. No, that's a very unfair charge. Every time you cannot use the boogie of terrorism to call the Congress party anti-national. This is the party that got the country its independence. Let's not pretend that it's Narendra Modi or Sanjay Verma or some country fighting the terrorists. It's a force of CRPF, it's the Indian Army, it's the Chhattisgarh police. Let's not crown the credit of our soldiers on a political party. Shaman, this is very unfair. I will take very strong objection to that. Election times are round the corner again. The BJP is trying to use the sacrifice of our soldiers, the bravery of our soldiers to get votes.
1 second. What the Naxals are terrorists? You tell me. No, 1 second. Answer a simple question. Were Maoist terrorists for you or not? 1 minute.
Like a madman.
Anybody who engages in extremism, whether Maoists or not,
they are terrorists or not? Were the Maoist terrorists or not?
Anybody who picks up...
Do they come into the definition of terrorism or not?
Can I answer or not? Anybody who's picking up arms and waging war against the state, Maoists or anybody else, they're terrorists. Who's going to contest that? The fact is... No. The Congress never did that. What the BJP does is convolute people who are fighting for the rights of the tribals with those who are engaging in left-wing extremism. It is one thing to fight for the rights of the tribals via courts, via protests, via sit-downs, via peaceful means like that. And it's another thing to pick up arms and wage war against the state. Anybody who's picking up arms and waging war against the state, they're terrorists, and nobody is going to deny that. The Indian government under the UPA as well as
you have to moderate the debate because you did not allow me to heckle this man who's been ranting non-stop for the last 5 minutes. Shaman, let's be very clear. We are not here to debate about Supriya Shrinet. Supriya Shrinet, had a slip of the tongue, galti ho gayi. But look at the Congress history. Osama bin Laden ji, Yaqub Memon ji, Hafiz Saeed ji, Masood Azhar ji, Afzal Guru ji,
आप मुस्लिम लीग के साथ गठबंधन में चुनाव लड़ती थी.
This is what the Congress is all about. Congress stands with terror. I will tell you something what Amit Shah said in a recent interview. He said when the Modi government took charge in 2014, there were 347 districts in India which were heavily Naxal infested. And now recently that number, after being 9090 in 2021, Naxal infested districts came down to 46, and today heavily infested Naxal districts are only 21. We have curbed Naxalism in places like Chandrapur, Malkangiri, places like Jhargram in West Bengal, places like Lohardaga and Ranchi in Jharkhand, places in Chhattisgarh, which used to be the hotbed for Naxalism, places like Bastar, Bijapur, Kanker, Kondagaon, Narayanpur, Rajnandgaon, Sukma, Dantewada. एक जमाना था जब बस्तर, सुकमा, दांतेवाड़ा वर नोन फॉर नक्सलिज्म. एक जमाना था जब ओडिशा का संबलपुर, बोलांगीर, these were known for नक्सलिज्म. एक जमाना था जब झारखंड का लोहरडागा was known for नक्सलिज्म. एक जमाना था जब महाराष्ट्र का गोंडिया, गढ़चिरौली and चंद्रपुर were known for नक्सलिज्म. But today it is different, and I'll tell you why. Because the Modi government, apart from the current Chhattisgarh CM, in fact, Amit Shah made another very interesting point. BJP has been empowering Chhattisgarh for about roughly 3 months. I think the current Chief Minister, Vishnu Deosai, has done a phenomenal job and Amit Shah's Union
Sanju,
Home Ministry
106
has done a
districts were affected by
phenomenal job
Naxalist
in
extremism in
curbing
2015.
extremism.
How did you come to the calculation of
More than
347? यार ये कौन सा
85
कहाँ से ला रहे हो
Naxals have been
information?
killed in the last
WhatsApp
3
University
months.
बोलना बंद करिए
More
prime
than
time television पे.
225 Naxals have been arrested in the last 3 months, and more than 327 Naxalites have surrendered in the last 3 months. यदि कांग्रेस का बस चलता, do you remember an event on 31st December
Let me also get a
2017, Shaman, the Elgar Parishad, Gautam Navlakha, Sudha Bhardwaj, Vernon Gonsalves, Varavara Rao, these were, accused of being people who abetted Maoism. क्या कहा उस वक्त कांग्रेस ने? Varavara Rao is innocent, Gautam Navlakha is innocent, Sudha Bhardwaj is innocent, Vernon Gonsalves is innocent.
Have they been convicted in court?
Supreme Court said no.
Were they captured with arms? Were any arms recovered from them?
No, it's not about recovering. I mean, that's a very simplistic argument.
No, but she can't use, but she can't use the names of people who've been accused.
No, 1 second. When
She can't use the names of professors and
hold on.
who've been accused.
I'll just give you a small example here. I'll just give you a small example here. Sanju.
Hafiz Saeed ji.
Sanju, hold on.
Guru ji.
Sanju, 1 minute. It's not about. No, 1 second. You took umbrage over the fact. 1 minute, Sanju. Hold on. Sanju.
ISI को तो नहीं बुला रहे एयरफोर्स की बेस पे इन्वेस्टिगेशन करने के लिए.
Nikhil and Sanju, if this is how you guys are going to conduct yourself, 1 minute. Sanju, when I broke the story of Sudha Bhardwaj, what you are basically referring to, there were evidence that was recovered about the kind of logistical help that was being provided. Now that could be contested in the court as a different matter altogether. And the reason why you took umbrage over this and where I'm saying that yes, there was this romanticizing about it. So much so even P. Chidambaram at that point in time had to say that if you have to romanticize with them, that it's going to, it's only God can help you. That was the comment that was made. But the reality is this, that for the longest time, there was section within a political party was actually romanticizing this Naxal terrorism also. And mind you, they never called Naxalism terrorism. Maoist, not terrorists. And let me just remind them, for those who all this while were romanticizing, a quick word also from Mr. P.K. Mishra. Mr. P.K. Mishra, I don't want to wade you into a complete political issue also, but the fact of the matter is this, there has to be a political will too. That how do you really deal with them? Because there was this entire romantic idea that look here, development hona chahiye, tab jaake Maoism khatam ho jayega. There was this beautiful analysis that was actually being done by a certain armchair,
Yeah.
The question here is about the political will. Let's understand the political will does matter. If today you can get inside Abujhmad, then it can only happen if you actually are giving your security forces the free hand to deal with the situation and not romanticize with the situation.
Exactly.
Yes, I can tell you, I go
Mr.
back
Mishra.
to 25th of May 2013 at Darba Ghati. What has happened? On 26th, the next day, I visited Darba Ghati. And that was the end of, Mahinder Karma was killed. And so also Mr. B.C. Shukla and 14 Congress workers also were killed. And we must know what really happened, what was that situation. I have seen those dead bodies also. Things were pretty bad in the Abujhmad and in those areas of Kanker and Narayanpur and those areas. And they retreated via Tulsi Dogri to Malkangiri. I had been to Tulsi Dogri also. But what I have seen now, the way the operation is now taking place, the coordination between Andhra police, the Chhattisgarh police, the Odisha police and the Jharkhand police, it is beautiful. The Naxalite, the end of Naxalism has come. Let us not make it political.
Right.
Let us not make it political. The thing which has happened today, happened yesterday, it is the best operation I can well tell. There is no doubt about this operation because our people were also injured. And any political party coming up to tell also, they must think, B.C. Shuklaji, he also died, Mahinder Karma also died, and so many workers, Congress workers are died. I'm not giving any political statement, but things were pretty bad in Abujhmad. And look
Exactly.
at Abujhmad now, the troops are penetrating to these areas, and local people are having faith on
There's
our
nothing
security
political about it,
agencies
but as I
and the
understand,
government and the present
Naxalism
government
is
also.
almost dead.
Nothing bad.
Thanks to Amit Shah. Naxalism
you know,
is almost dead.
just a quick point here. Just a quick point here. Okay, just
The
a quick
end has
point
come.
here. Just earlier in the day, when the deputy chief minister spoke to me, he said that, look here, we are willing to even speak to the Maoists. And more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, for everyone to know, just after the BJP actually came to power in the state of Chhattisgarh, there were police pickets that were brought into the area not very far away from Abujhmad with the clear intent that we are not going to deal with this situation with a kid's glove. And the very fact that where we say that it's just the tale of Naxalism, it's a day that we are really looking forward to when left-wing extremism does not exist. Thank you very much for watching the debate.